Welcome to the Life Makeovers podcast. My name is Cindy D. Whitmer, and I am the Midlife Makeover Coach, helping you turn your midlife into your best life, one step at a time. Through powerful conversations, my own midlife roller coaster story, and over 3 decades of helping people transform their lives through counseling and coaching, I am on a mission to help you create your own definition of success and happiness. Thank you for being here. Hey, everybody. Cindy here. Thank you for being here at the Life Makeovers podcast. If you would like a free midlife strategy session, receive some coaching from me and us to assess your confidence level at this time and talk about some strategies to raise that confidence so you can really create a great life for yourself from this point on, please go to timewithcindy.com. timewithcindy.com and pick a time for us to get together. We'll have a great conversation, no pressure, no obligation. It's just a chance for us to really talk about where you're at in your life and the best things I know to help you move the needle to get you where you really want to go. So timewithcindy.com. So today, the day I am recording this is actually Halloween. So happy Halloween to those of you who celebrate that. And if you are watching the podcast on YouTube, you can see my little trick-or-treat earrings. See them? Trick-or-treat earrings. Anyway, I think Halloween is just so fun. And one of my traditions with my beloved husband has been these last several years to go to downtown trick-or-treating in Lawrence, Kansas, where we live, because we live out on 10 acres and the houses are pretty far apart. So no one trick-or-treats at our house. And so, but downtown on Massachusetts Street, which is the very popular downtown strip in Lawrence, Kansas, has, downtown trick-or-treating. So the restaurants and the businesses, they have treats for the kids. And so hundreds and maybe thousands, I'm not even sure how many, go walking by all these businesses. So we find a restaurant early and sit in the windows when it's cold, like it is today, so we can watch the kiddos and their parents, their families, and all the college students from KU come by in their cool costumes and having fun. It's just a fun evening. So that's coming up in like 3 hours. But right now I'm still working, of course, and thought I would share that I'm struggling a little bit this afternoon. And I'll tell you why. I have started intermittent fasting, which I've mentioned before, but today I'm doing my first 24-hour gut reset fast. So I am at literally right this moment, I'm at hour 21. I've gone without eating, and I am drinking black tea, which is allowed and does not break a fast, according to Dr. Mindy Peltz, who I am following the guidance of. Anyway, it's a health protocol. You can just look it up sometime, intermittent fasting. But anyway, I'm trying my first 24-hour fast, which she recommends once a month to healthy people. Anyway, so I'm struggling, right? I've gotten really hungry, and then I've gotten past real hunger and back to hunger again. Anyway, the reason I'm bringing it up is not to whine around about my own choice to do this, but rather to remind you all that when we're struggling or when we are challenged by something, that is when some of the most wonderful results can happen. That is when some of the most beautiful things can happen in life. And you're probably like, please, Cindy, don't sunshine my stress to death. I can't take it anymore. Well, if you get annoyed with my unicorns and rainbows approach to life sometimes, just shut me off. Don't listen. Don't watch. It's okay. But I want to be hope in the world. Like, I want to give hope in the world. Hope that I know is real. I know this to be true because I have been through some really, really difficult times in my life that any sane person would label as tragic, difficult, traumatic, hard, whatever. And I have come out on the other side of all of those circumstances, feeling positive about life, feeling good, being grateful, being thankful, having fun, experiencing joy, and just continuing to look forward to the next day and the next day and the next week and the next year with great anticipation and high energy and so forth. And so this afternoon, as I'm just sitting here and my tummy's growling and I'm thinking I'm, starving to death when I'm not anywhere near starving to death. That's not even funny, because really people are starving in the world, and I'm not one of them. But I keep telling myself, hey, get through the crunch time here, get through the little crunch. And at the end, you will have this wonderful result from fasting for 24 hours. And I forgot to bring the book down with me that tells me the exact kinds of results that are triggered from waiting 24 hours, but it has something to do with the microbiome in the gut and clearing out bacteria in the gut or something is part of the reason to let it go this long. And so that's what I'm going for. And also a longer fast like this, according to Dr. Mindy Pelz, that is Fast Like a Girl is her book. It can also reverse some of the damage done by being on birth control pills for many years, which I was, and also from antibiotic use. Although I haven't taken a ton of antibiotics in my life, but I've taken them at times in my life. Anyway, it helps reverse some of the damage that was done by those behaviors. So I am on purpose challenging myself to get the greater result. Now, another thing along these lines is what book was I reading recently? Gosh, I can't remember which one I read so much, but I was reading a book recently that said in there that a peacock, I had never heard this, a peacock's feathers are developed from them eating thorns. A peacock's feathers are developed through them eating thorns. Now, I did not check that. I didn't do the check about that, but I mean, I don't think this author was just pulling out some silly fact out of her mind to just clutter up her book with. She was trying to also say, I think this was I'm not going to say because I can't remember for sure. But anyway, I think the author's point at the time was the same as mine today. And that is that we can have beautiful, wonderful results or experiences in our lives, blessings that can come, gifts that can arrive from what looks like really challenging situations or things we struggle through or difficult times, even traumatic situations, whatever it is. There is hope on the other side of these things, and thinking that thorns can turn into beautiful feathers on a peacock. Wow, what are our thorns in our lives, and how can we turn them into beautiful feathers in our lives? That is really what I wanted to say to you today. So I hope that will bring some inspirational ideas to you today, and go to timewithcindy.com if you want to have a conversation with me, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for listening to the Life Makeovers podcast. Please like, subscribe, and share this podcast with those that you think would also benefit from what we're doing here. And I will talk to you again soon.